Okay, and our last finalist right now, Austin Allen, I see you. Come on over. Austin Allen is the founder of Tío Gazpacho, and as soon as he gets to the stage, he'll have 5 minutes. The clicker is right here. Yep. All right, your 5 minutes begins now.
Awesome. Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Austin Allen, and I'd like to introduce you to my brand, Tío Gazpacho. Tío Gazpacho is the first ever line of USDA certified organic gazpachos in the United States. For those of you who are unfamiliar with gazpacho, it's a chilled vegetable soup with big, bold flavors that's been eaten in Spain for centuries. What we've done here, though, is we've taken this classic soup and reimagined it for time-strapped, hungry Americans. Our products come in single-serving 12-ounce bottles, perfect for drinking while on the go. They're certified organic, gluten-free, vegan, soy-free, and dairy-free. In fact, we only use high-quality, whole food ingredients, so you won't find any additives, flavorings, preservatives, colors, or other funky ingredients in Tío Gazpacho. We use HPP to achieve a 60-day shelf life while still maintaining that fresh-made taste. So the question on everybody's mind is probably, why gazpacho? So growing up, I was a typical American kid addicted to junk food. I ate it all: cookies, cakes, donuts, pizza, Gatorade, fruit snacks, you name it. If you look really closely, you can see Oreo crumbs in the corner of my mouth in my first grade picture here. And the worst part was I hated anything with tomatoes. I wouldn't touch tomato sauce, ketchup, tomato soup, none of that. In 2001, I moved to Spain for a study abroad where I was supposed to stay for 4 months. I ended up staying for 4 years, and in that time, I started to change my eating habits. I discovered high-quality, nutritious, homemade, fresh foods, and got rid of eating all that junk that I was used to as a kid. I particularly fell in love with this dish called gazpacho. It was this weird tomato soup that I'd never had before that was served cold, but I absolutely loved it. Ordered it in every restaurant I could find, and I discovered that they sold it in supermarkets in liter Tetra Paks. I started buying it by the liter and drinking it straight from the carton, much to the horror of all my Spanish friends. When I came home in 2005, I started working in corporate America, but by around 2012, I was disillusioned with that life, and I decided to quit my job, move to Florida, and start a gazpacho company, much to the horror of my parents. So now that you know a little bit about my story, I'll tell you about the flavors. So first up, we have our Gazpacho Classico, which is the dish that I fell in love with in Spain. It's tomatoes, green peppers, cucumbers, a little bit of red onion, garlic, a beautiful sherry vinegar from Spain, extra virgin olive oil, and a high-quality Himalayan pink salt. Our Gazpacho Verde is made with some superfoods like spinach, kale, and avocado. We blend with jalapeno, mint, cumin, and apple cider vinegar for a nice, spicy, more exotic twist on gazpacho. And then finally, we have our Gazpacho de Sol, which is the brightest, kind of sweetest gazpacho made with yellow tomatoes, yellow peppers, white wine vinegar, and shallots. We also have 2 more delicious varieties that are on the way. We're going to be launching those sometime in the first half of 2015. So you're also probably wondering, who are our competitors? While there's no other gazpacho companies that are in the US currently, we have many competitors. So some of them include cold-pressed juices, soup and salad bars, V8 other vegetable juices, and grab-and-go sandwiches and salads. But since there's nothing like us on the market that's identical, everybody always says, well, where does this go? And our answer to that is it goes in the produce aisle. And the reason for that is simple. In the context of produce, people just get Tío Gazpacho. Right? It's next to, if it's merchandise with kale and tomatoes and cucumbers and things like that, people really understand that it's the same thing, but in a drinkable, bottled format. And from our preliminary results in Miami, we've seen that it does best when merchandised in the produce aisle. A couple more points about us. There's a lot that's different about us. Number one, we're savory, and we've heard many times that consumer tastes are shifting towards savory items. We leverage HPP technology to bring health and wellness to soup in a way that's never been done before. And one of my favorites is there's little waste. Right? Unlike cold-pressed juices, we actually use all the fiber. We use everything. So we use whole tomatoes. We use all the kale leaf. We don't press anything out and then throw away the fiber. It's all in the bottle. We merged soup and beverage into a new category. That's really exciting for me. And one that's not up here is we have a partnership with a fantastic nonprofit called Development and Gardening, also known as DIG, and we donate 5 cents a bottle to help with their mission of planting sustainable gardens in developing countries all over the world. We debuted our product at Expo East this year, and we had tremendous success and lots of buzz. So now we're in Miami. We're in a lot of local retailers and juice bars. Some of our bigger accounts are Milam's and Epicure, which are local gourmet and specialty stores. I just got here from Art Basel. We were sold all over Art Basel this year in Miami. Huge success. We're launching with Fresh Direct next month in New York City. And we were chosen by Facebook as a Facebook Fit All-Star company. And I was flown to Facebook headquarters last month to participate in a day of meetings. And most recently, we were chosen as the audience choice at the BevNet semifinals here in Santa Monica. So I'm out of time, but thank you very much. Drink Tio Gazpacho, no ball required.
Great presentation. Good job, Alan. Alan. Good job, Austin. So Austin brought up the idea that gazpacho is an easily understood product. Rebecca, are people going to understand what this is?
Yeah, I think millennials, I mean, this is great for foodies. This is all, millennials today think about, we think about ketchup, they think about salsa, right? So they like the complexity, the fresh ingredients. So I actually really think he's onto something with this. I think you've got the benefit of provenance with this. I mean, this comes from somewhere, and that brings a tremendous amount of authenticity to it, so I love it.
Thank you.
In terms of their competitors, you had V8, Suja, you had a little to-go sandwich. I mean, are those the kind of competitors that Tio Gazpacho will surpass, will be able to fight and get past, Ken?
I don't know. I like its chances. I mean, it's definitely, excuse me, could be considered some white space, and I think that's important. So, I mean, it's a really good execution.
In the packaging, that 12-ounce bottle, Tio is pretty pronounced. You have the spoon, no bowl required. What do you think of all the branding there, Neil?
I think that's really strong. I think the communication is pretty simple. It's very clear. I mean, I'm interested in the perspective of, this is obviously a meal replacement product. How broadly can you play in that at the end of the day? And we've seen already 2 snackified beverages, if you will, and there seems to be a big trend towards that, or putting protein into it and those kinds of things. So I'm wondering what you think the opportunity could be as you can broaden this occasion.
Well, I mean, it's something that we talk about, but we don't necessarily push in our marketing, because there's some that would argue that at 100 or 140 calories, it's not a full meal. But I think it's a tremendous opportunity, because I know me personally, and a lot of people that I do business with say, we don't have time for lunch, and I have a cooler full of it at my fingertips, and I can just drink one at any time. But I think it's a tremendous opportunity, because people are looking for quick service, grab and go, healthy options that aren't loaded with sugar.
But there is a lot of sodium in the product.
There is. It's a really high quality Himalayan pink salt, so there's no additives, no whiteners, no flowers, none of the junk that's in most table salts and even some sea salts.
Mm-hmm. It's only 140 calories. From what I can see, it's kind of viscous, and what I've seen before, it's a little viscous. Is it a filling beverage, John?
I think so. I mean, it's something, like you said, it's got the whole vegetable in there, all the fiber. You can't just slam this stuff down either. I mean, it feels like something that, fills you up for sure, so.
Patrick, I see you looking intently at the bottle. What do you think?
I really like this. I just don't know that I understand it as a consumer, what it is, where it's at, and especially in the produce department. I'm not sure how you market this. But the taste is really good. The idea is great. I just don't know if it shouldn't be some sort of super juice or something as opposed to a gazpacho. And I saw up top here you had a picture. Do you have a shop or something as well?
No.
There was a picture of you standing in front of a big banner.
Oh, that was at Facebook headquarters.
Okay.
They had put up our logo on the big jumbotron.
And did I miss the name? Where'd the name come from?
So the name came from, Tio means uncle in Spanish, and it's also a colloquialism only in Spain that's like dude. So people say, hola Tio, what's up? It's just it's a subtle wink to the way they speak Spanish in Spain, but something that's simple, easy to say, and catchy.
That's what I thought it was, but that makes it clear.
Yeah.
I really like it. I just don't know where we go with it.
Yeah.
So to address Patrick's question, I mean, why did you decide to go with a soup versus calling it a drink or a beverage?
Well, because I wanted to be honest. I mean, it's something that hasn't been done before, it hasn't been seen before, and if I called it a super smoothie or a juice or something, I felt like that wasn't really accurate, and so I wanted to be really upfront. It is a soup. People always say, what's the difference between your product and a juice? And I say, okay, my product has, it's all vegetables, it has seasonings, like it has salt, the green one has a little bit of black pepper and cumin, has olive oil, has vinegar. So calling it a juice just didn't seem accurate to me. And I think if you really, I didn't want to kind of fit in, I wanted to stand out. I feel like, as Ken said, there's white space, and I wanted to fill in that white space.
There really is something here. I just don't know how to market it. You have to let people know what it is. And I mean, you could really expand this whole line, too.
And that's the intention. We have 2 more SKUs coming, and we definitely want to, really do a push with demoing and marketing so that people understand what it is and what we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Shelf life on this?
Right now it's 60 days with HPP.
I think there was one question I had from yesterday. One of the judges wanted to know what the price point on this was.
So the price point right now is $8.99 for the 12-ounce bottle, and we're working to lower that to a little bit less. But in terms of our costing, we have to keep it at that price for now.
At $8.99, is there still a big audience for this product, John? Or Ken, actually, you wanted to answer that. I saw you.
Well, I mean, it's definitely challenging the price elasticity ceiling, I think.
Yeah.
Especially if it's not a meal replacement.
All right. Unfortunately, we're out of time, but that was a great presentation. Thank you so much, Austin.